Alright. Hi. Thank you for coming in. This is taking me a little while to process. I saw this Han Solo ad on the Super Bowl last night. It's like a minute, if that. And, first of all, to know where I'm coming from, I did not like The Last Jedi. I felt suckered into it. I saw the episode 7 because it was the first of its time, and I was like, oh, Abrams is awesome. How could it not be bad, or how could it not be good? So I go into it and I see it, and it's like, oh, so it's a rehash of episode 7. But then my friend hadn't seen it yet with his son, and I was like, all right, I'll go see it. Maybe there was things I didn't pick up on. And after the second viewing, I was like, yeah, it was as bad as I thought. It's just recycled garbage. Nothing original. I mean, better special effects, but come on. I mean, it's not that impressive. You got a Mary Sue character, and I like a strong female character. Wonder Woman was great, and you got Ahsoka Tano in the cartoons and Asajj Ventress and all sorts of, and even in the most modern version, what's it called, Rebels. You got a couple, Sabine and Hera, but this Rey character, nothing against the actress, but she has no problems and is the perfect person at doing anything she feels like trying to do. It's eye rolling. But anyway, so I saw that. Then Rogue One came out, and I was like, well, that era is really awesome. I'm gonna go give it a chance. And they got the right director. The guy, if you watch the behind the scenes footage, he's loved it. He went there for his 30th birthday in Tunisia and film locations for episode 4. So the guy was dedicated. I don't know anything about these other people that came along other than one guy. The guy that did episode 8 did Looper, which Joseph Levitt is in it, and that guy is great. But I saw that movie, but I don't remember anything about it other than there was a reason I didn't need to see it a second time. So I saw episode 8, and it was clear to me that they were not back on track. There's a lot of social justice stuff going on, and I couldn't relate to it. I couldn't get behind it. I felt like I was being alienated as a white male. I mean, that's the most honest way I can put it to you. If you can tell me where a white male can get behind that movie because they identify with somebody that's positive in that movie, then please let me know who that is. So then I finally, I'm like, wow, this Han Solo movie is not going to be good. And everybody's like, well, the trailer's coming out, and it gets delayed and delayed and delayed, and so finally it's like, all right, the Super Bowl is when it's coming out, when it really should have come out. When you're going to buy your Last Jedi tickets, and you're sitting there, and that's when you really should see the Han Solo movie trailer, in my opinion, if it's going to be good. But it sounds like everybody's shadowing it, and you finally see it for the Super Bowl, and you see a glimpse of, the guy that's Lando Calrissian. You see a little bit of Chewbacca at the very end, which is what my brother wanted to see, but it's like a no-brainer. And I think you hear the guy that's playing Han Solo talk, and then you see him through some bars, but it's almost like they had a complete lack of confidence. Like they showed you the bare minimum, not because it's, and based on what I already know about this movie, it's not because they're trying to keep the mystery going, but it's more like they're like, we're embarrassed by this, and we don't want you to see how bad it is. Now, I hope it's a great movie. Obviously, you can tell I have merchandise. I like Han Solo, Harrison Ford, and all that. But I will tell you that I really felt sucker punched after Last Jedi. Force Awakens wasn't terrible. And I love the prequels. Episode 1 was not that great, but I accept it. I liked episode 1 more than I did episode 7, which is a recycle. There's very little creativity involved. You got a stormtrooper defecting, that's great, but that's it. Otherwise, you just got some rewriting of the old story. Well, that's a whole nother story. I really absolutely hated episode 8. And I felt so cheated with how they treated a hero like Luke Skywalker that I refuse to pay money for Han Solo, and I insist that anyone else that felt this way, go buy your ticket. I think New Mutants might be out by Marvel, and there's a few other things. Buy that ticket and sneak in. That's what I'm going to do. I refuse to pay money to Disney and Han Solo after how they treated Luke Skywalker. And, if the movie turns out to be good, then fine, I will buy a legitimate ticket. But as a right of principle, I will not condone Disney anymore with Star Wars until they get its act together. If you disagree, I understand. I would like you to explain to me how the movie was good. Because really Last Jedi, and that's what we're talking about, even though it's a Han Solo video, there's not much to talk about because it was like a 58-second thing. I bash The Last Jedi, but conversely, I can't find much to say good about it that you can't say about any Star Wars. The only thing I can find are the costumes and special effects for its time were good, which follows for every Star Wars movie, even Episode 1. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm sorry if I upset you, but them's the breaks. See ya.